So we do this one first here. I was this.
Make sure you're
hang
on
on
the right side.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I'm this side.
Oh.
This is me.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
me.
because he's facing out.
Yeah, this is me.
So it's that way round. Yeah, that's you.
And I'm going to send this to Lindsay H. I meant to bring it out to show you. Lindsay Hutchinson, I think it is, who's an artist who does comic artists. She does all the Comic Con festivals. She draws things for people.
All right.
She came up to my talk all dressed in her Aliens crew gear.
Yeah.
And she drew an alien's head and signed it for me and gave it to me at the festival. It was great. Malcolm, this is the first picture.
Over here.
Yeah, first picture that we have ever signed together, the two of us from Queen Alien. I better go. Oh no, I was this side, wasn't I? Was I this side?
You were the.
I was this
right,
side.
You were the right side.
I was this side.
I was the left side.
So when was the last time we met?
20 years.
20 years
30,
ago.
Maybe even 30. I can't remember what year.
1985.
It was.
1985. So I had the call to go and meet this new director. No one had ever heard of him. James Cameron.
James Cameron, yeah.
Didn't know who he was. We
he
went
was an
in.
actor, actually.
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah.
And we went into the studio. I always remember this. It wasn't a monster at that time, was there?
No.
No monster.
No.
And there were 6 stuntmen that had been called in for various reasons. Stuart Fell.
Yeah.
Colin Skeeping.
I don't remember.
Nick Gillard.
Gillard, yeah.
You, me, and I can't remember who the 6th person was.
No, I can't either.
But there were 6 of us, and we all had to hang off a crane.
Yeah.
And there was 2 of us back to back. Do you remember? So like, yeah, it was like you were like this, and I was like that, and our arms out were the 2 arms of the alien.
God dear.
Our wrists were effectively the elbow joint of the monster, and it was a broomstick with a. At that time, it was a broomstick with a glove on the end when we were in rehearsals.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And we were strapped together on a crane. There was no monster. It was plastic bags and a bit of old whatever.
Hadn't been built then.
Hadn't been built.
No.
And somehow we just had a connection with James Cameron because originally
he seemed to like us for some unknown reason.
there were meant to be 6 of us in rotation.
I think the thing was we used to talk to each other about what was.
In the end, he said, "No, I don't want anybody else." He got rid of the other 4.
Yeah.
And he said, "You 2 guys, you understand my monster."
But I remember him interviewing more people because we said at first we couldn't stay in there all day.
Yeah.
We could stay in there for up to about 3 hours. But in the end, we got very used to it.
Yeah. So we used to go in. We used to get in 7 in the morning and get put in the monster.
We were doing a lot of stuff in Acton, I think it was. Acton
Gaswork. That was the Queen's lair, wasn't it? That's where she'd laid her eggs, was the Acton stage.
Yeah.
But we started off in the process stage in Pinewood.
Yeah,
when they built the monster around us. Do you remember Stan Winston in Pinewood? It was Pinewood. We were in a process stage. And the sculptors, they strapped us to this. In the end, it was a camera crane, back to back. And then they started to build the monster around us. We spent ages in monster building.
Yeah, I remember.
And preparation, weeks.
Whereas, what I can remember in the studio was the guy where the baby aliens coming out of his stomach.
Yeah.
And the Queen alien, I don't know whether she was laying her eggs or what. But,
the eggs dropped out the bottom.
Yeah, I can't remember how we were involved there. But
we couldn't see it.
Well, that's it.
We couldn't see anything.
I could actually see him
working underneath you.
Well,
yeah, I
from
don't
a
remember
distance,
that.
And I could, he was doing the wet with.
But James Cameron, he felt we understood his monster. I always remember him saying that. You understand my monster. He liked us.
Yeah, but I mean, we used to talk, well, you move your arm now.
Yeah.
coordinate with each
But
other.
we used to talk to each other, but we had a mic and a thing to
Yeah,
James.
yeah.
So James Cameron used to talk to us directly. We used to talk to each other, which I guess
Then
James
we had
could hear us.
the low loader as well. Was it the low
Clapper
loader?
loader.
Well,
That was Sigourney Weaver was in
Sigourney
that.
Weaver. That's it,
Yeah.
No, I can't remember the stuntman.
I don't remember who was in that.
Yeah.
Who our stunt double was.
No. He wasn't a stunt dummy. He used to drive this.
Oh right. Yeah. Don't know.
A big bloke he was.
John Lees.
John Lees.
It was
that's
John
it,
Lees
that's it.
that doubled Sigourney Weaver.
No, he wasn't. He was actually the.
Oh, that's right. He was the clapper
was
loader.
it? Yeah.
So that's right. He
And
was inside the robot.
She was more or less
and
sitting on his lap.
she sat in front of him.
Yeah.
And so she was fighting with us.
Yeah.
I don't think we could see her, could we? James used to
No,
go
no.
left a bit.
He
and
was saying, do this, that, do that.
we kind of got to know that if we moved our wrist about that much, it would be a foot.
Yeah.
James would go 2 foot to the right, and you know you just need to
that's
do
it.
this. It was quite precise.
And so
And-
we
but we knew.
coordinated with each other, and he was obviously getting
Yeah.
the right movements. You know?
Do you remember that one time that one of the hydraulic
Oh yeah.
We
it
blew.
I had.
covered in it?
I can't remember what it
So-
was. It was like car stuff for brakes, wasn't it?
Yeah. So there were 4 people with levers who operated the jaw,
Yeah.
which was in front of us effectively, and the jaw used to open and close. So we used to, if I remember rightly, we were like laying almost
Yeah. Well, I didn't
flat.
even know the pipes were there. I don't think.
No, I don't think we knew. And on one day, it just exploded, and we got covered
Yeah.
in hydraulic liquid. Well, that was about the only time.
I think it was brake liquid.
Yeah.
Brake liquid in cars.
We did rather scream and shout that day. What's going on?
Yeah, but I didn't know whether it was poisonous or not.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Get us out of here!
Yeah.
Get us
They
out of
got
here!
that out pretty quick. Man.
That was the only time once it broke.
Yeah.
But I seem to remember, and this is, I've never seen anybody else explain this. We were doing his arms, but also our neck muscles used to swing the head back side to side.
Oh, no, I can't remember that.
The guys with the hydraulics were doing the jaw, and they used to squirt KY in that dripped down.
Yeah.
But our heads, like this, James would tell us, to the monster's head to go left, and our neck muscles would swing the paddle.
Yeah, no, I don't
So we
remember
would do that, and our feet had a paddle which would swing the back of the tail.
Yeah.
But there was a special effects guy with a cane and a whip that whipped
I think
the
it
end
had,
of the tail.
even had 2 on the. Well, no, it didn't have feet, but I mean, I don't know, moving it about at the bottom. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see any of that. But I remember there were about. There was about 4 or 5, about 6 people almost.
Yeah.
So
And I never knew that was going to be a big iconic job. I mean, you just thought it was another stunt job. It was like
5-minute job.
5 months job, but you never knew it was going to be.
Well, I can't remember
such a
how long we
big
were on
film.
it.
Well, I mean, we started about October.
About
Tests in October. They built it in November. We started filming in December. We broke for Christmas.
Yeah.
We went back after Christmas, did January, February, and then we did pickups. So it's probably over 6 months period.
I don't remember it being that long, but I've just got used to it.
I know, amazing. And now you've signed pictures and travelled all over the world doing Comic-Con and cosplay festivals and.
Well, I mean, I signed quite a few, photographs. I must admit. I mean, by the hundreds of them.
So, and I was in beginning of last year. I was in Brazil, and I ended last year in Iceland, signing Alien Pictures and obviously my book. But it's amazing. Nearly 40 years ago, we were young, thin, fit stuntmen.
Oh well, I was quite fit, I must admit. But that's gymnastics, though.
Yeah, yeah, you were a great gymnast. Right, let's do these. I'll do these for you.
You don't want me to do Malcolm. That MW, Malcolm underneath. Because I can't. My signing. Well, I could do it.
Brilliant. Let's sign this one. Sign these as well now.
No.
No, that's it. Yeah.
Oh dear. Signing. Look, see, that's something I can't figure out what that film was.
So this will be the first time ever that me and Malcolm have signed a picture together for Queen Alien.
Welcome to the Queen Mary 2. I'm back on the Aurora. Virgin ships are for adults only. If Helen did exist, she would have existed within these walls at that time. Beautiful saga ship, the Spirit of Adventure. The Azura was built in 2010, so it's 13 years old now. We haven't been on for a while. Let's go and see if it's changed. It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it. I mean, who knows when it might fall down. The Morella Discovery 2 accommodates 1,836 guests, has 771 crew. Let's take a look around Long Wharf. We're on the Queen Victoria. We're on a big ship, the Iona, and a big ship means a big cabaret act, and we've got Gary Barlow. Before I show you around the Ventura, I just need to use one of the laundrettes. These dryers are busy, but there's one available at the other end. Remember when we thought the Britannia was a big ship? As you leave the ship, there is a guest information centre where you can get a map. Then you can stroll around the bay into town.